Chronicle TV News Update. I am Waynnie Tesfai. In international news, violent protests continue in Cairo. Protesters have been rallying against a decree by Islamist President Mohamed Morsi. Egyptian judges are joining the protesters. Judges accuse the president of mounting an unprecedented attack on their independence, and court officials and prosecutors have vowed to suspend their work in protest. Clashes between the Brotherhood protesters and the people continue. In the nation's capital, newly president-elect of Mexico, Enrique Pena Nieto, praised President Barack Obama's immigration plan. He said that he fully supported the proposal. He also invited Obama to the 2013 North American Leaders Summit. In New York, hundreds of New York City landlords whose apartment buildings remain without heat or power after Sandy are getting warned to get repairs lined up promptly as cold weather looms. Mayor Bloomberg estimates that more than 800 storm-damaged apartment buildings lack heat because equipment in the buildings need repair. Bloomberg says landlords who don't arrange their own repairs quickly could face fines under city law. Closer to home, as students look for jobs to pay for tuition, books, and expenses, employers are looking to hire students. Richland College hosts its 2012 Job Fair. This year, more than 55 area employers came to meet and recruit students. Sheehy reports.
This is Richland College Job Fair. Over 55 areas employers come here to meet and recruit students, seeking qualified applicants for both full and part-time job employment. Let's find out how do people think the job fair this year.
Oh, this is an excellent job fair. Getting some excellent candidates. I've talked to about 40 people so far, and I plan to interview about 20 of them.
I expect the job fair to be the people who talk about the jobs and advertising. I think they should be really opened.
What job position are you looking for?
To teach after school.
Really anything. I would like to learn mostly new things, more diverse guy.
Why do you think the company will be hiring you?
I think a company would hire me because I have that type of qualities, patience and kindness, and I have respect for other people.
My personality, I guess.
I guess to be more a hard worker.
What advice can employers give to students to attend the job fair?
First of all, bring a resume. Very, very important that if you're going to stop at a recruiter's table, that you have a resume. Make sure your resume is complete and that it looks professional. Also, dress professionally. Doesn't mean that you have to dress up in a suit and tie, but at least your appearance has to look good.
Be very flexible in not only your schedule, but what you're willing to do. The more flexible you can be, the better it is for an employer looking to employ you.
This is Sheehy reporting from Richland Chronicle.
With Christmas on the way, more and more people will be traveling in their cars. Being safe on the road is not just about how you drive, but it also has to do with the maintenance of your car. Winterizing your car is very simple. Shanae Banks reports.
Winter brings warnings to protect outside pets, plants, and pipes, but your car is no exception. Dallas winters can be brutal on vehicles, and Vin Win has some tips to keep them in great condition so that you're safe on the road.
The first thing you will want to check for is the corrosion on your battery terminal. Do not just look at on outside and assume that the terminal is okay. Try to make a little bit effort and remove the cap.
Next, you want to check your oil level and color.
Make sure the oil level is at the top dot, and also the condition of the color of the fluid. Make sure it's not too dark. If it is too dark, it indicates it's getting close to get an oil change.
Make sure your washer fluid level is full.
You can see on the cap it says washer fluid only. Okay, do not add any other type of fluid in here. However, you can add water and try to use filter water.
Check the power steering fluid level and the color for contamination.
You can see the fluid condition is clean and clear, and this is what you want your fluid to be.
The coolant or antifreeze reservoir level is also very important.
It's best to put coolant in here, but if you can add some water in here, be just fine.
But be cautious about how much water is used in the winter.
It's best to put more antifreeze than water during winter.
Low brake fluid indicates brake pads or drum shoes are wearing down.
When it comes to brake fluid, it's very important to follow the instruction on the cap.
Use a tread depth gauge to check the condition of tires.
When you measure and you see it get down to yellow, which means 3/32, start to prepare to get some tires.
Finally, check the rubber on wiper blades. For Richland College News, this is Shanae Banks.
The latest in fuel technology is at Collin County. Car manufacturers are making big investments to improve fuel efficiency and making the cars better for the environment. Dan Solis reports from Collin County.
The buzz at the Texas Alt Car Conference is not how fast a car can go, but how efficiently it gets there without harming the environment. The advanced technology is becoming more familiar. These are all electric, hybrid, and even CNG. These are all clean fuel and environmentally friendly.
These alternative fuels and advanced technologies can actually help improve our air quality because they have significantly lower emissions than gasoline and diesel.
Alternate fuel cars are less expensive to run when compared to gasoline-driven cars.
Texas here, you're paying about 10 cents a kilowatt hour for electricity. So for basically $2.40 worth of electricity, you can go approximately 100 miles.
Alternate fuels are not just for families. The city of Dallas has converted its cars and trucks.
You have fuel tanks, CNG fuel tanks that are right behind the cab. It's equipped with what we call an agility fuel system. It's completely CNG, which allows the electronic engine system to burn CNG.
Dallas is looking forward to the future and is concerned about the environment.
Our kids grow up in a clean environment to where they won't be exposed to some of the things that older people like me have been exposed to in the past.
For the foreseeable future, it is a combination of alternate fuels and gasoline.
So there's plenty of alternatives out there. You've got to try to support all of them. Not one answer is the key. You've got to support everything.
Dan Solis reporting for ChronicleTV News.
And finally in campus news, the construction of Bonham Hall elevator is nearing completion. Isaac Gooden, contractor of the project, says the elevator will be operational on Thursday, November 29th. At a press conference this past Monday, President Eggleston was asked why the project took longer than anticipated.
The project took an extended period of time because it involved construction of a new elevator cab that then was installed inside the existing shaft, and there was additional construction that was undertaken along with that project, including opening the hallway on the first floor, and that also required asbestos abatement. And once you get into a project, you often, have additional elements that have to be contended with, but that project should be finished very soon.
Log on to our website for the latest news and updates. From Richland Chronicle and Chronicle TV News, this has been a Chronicle TV News update. I am Waynnie Tesfai.